Joichiro Tatsuyoshi is a celebrated Japanese boxer known for his exciting fighting style, charisma, and the profound impact he had on the sport of boxing in Japan. He was particularly famous during the 1990s, when he won and held the WBC Bantamweight World Title twice. Tatsuyoshi's career is marked by moments of brilliance, injury setbacks, and a deep connection with fans who admired his warrior spirit. Early life and background. Born May 15, 1970 in Kurashiki, Okayama, Japan. Raised in Osaka, Japan, Tatsuyoshi grew up in a humble family. His father named him Joichiro after the famous Japanese cartoon character Joe Yabuki from Ashita no Tomorrow's Joe, which is about a tough underdog boxer. This connection with the iconic manga character would follow Tatsuyoshi throughout his career, making him a real-life version of the fictional hero in the eyes of many fans. Rise to prominence. Tatsuyoshi began boxing at a young age and quickly developed a reputation for his relentless, aggressive style and crowd-pleasing fights. He turned professional in 1989, with many boxing fans in Japan expecting him to reach great heights. His breakthrough came early in his career when he began to dominate the national boxing scene. Tatsuyoshi was a fighter who engaged in action-packed bouts, often willing to trade punches, making his fights exciting but sometimes physically punishing. Achieving world championship glory. Tatsuyoshi's defining moment came in 1991 when he won the WBC Bantamweight World Title at the age of 21 after just 8 professional fights, which was an exceptionally fast rise to the top in the world of boxing. This victory made him the youngest Japanese boxer to ever win a world title in the bantamweight division. Key fight. In 1991, Tatsuyoshi defeated Greg Richardson by unanimous decision to capture the WBC Bantamweight title. This win catapulted him to superstardom in Japan, and his popularity soared. His flashy style, combined with his humble and likable personality, made him a household name. Career setbacks, eye injuries, and title loss. Although Tatsuyoshi was a popular champion, his career faced a significant challenge in the form of eye injuries. His aggressive style meant he was often hit, and this began to take a toll on his health. 1992, Tatsuyoshi lost his WBC Bantamweight title in his first defense, being defeated by Yasue Yakushiji in a close contest. He was soon diagnosed with a serious retinal detachment, a life-threatening injury in boxing, which forced him to take time off and undergo surgery. Tatsuyoshi made a comeback after the surgery, but the injury would haunt him throughout his career, resulting in further breaks from boxing. Return to glory, WBC Bantamweight champion, again. Despite the odds, Tatsuyoshi made a dramatic comeback in 1997 when he won the WBC Bantamweight title for the second time. This moment is often seen as one of the most emotional victories in Japanese boxing history. 1997 fight against Siramongkol Singwangcha. This victory came after defeating Thailand's Siramongkol Singwangcha by a 7th-round TKO in front of a home crowd in Osaka. His return to the top of the boxing world after a long struggle with injuries endeared him even more to the Japanese public, cementing his legendary status. Notable fights and rivalries. Tatsuyoshi versus Daniel Zaragoza. One of his most memorable fights occurred in 1999 against Mexican legend Daniel Zaragoza, a future Hall of Famer. Tatsuyoshi lost the fight by TKO in the 6th round, but his valiant effort in trying to win the WBC Super Bantamweight title earned him great respect. Zaragoza, known for his toughness and experience, was too much for Tatsuyoshi, but the fight remains an iconic moment in his career. Tatsuyoshi versus Yasue Yakushiji. The rivalry with Yakushiji, who defeated Tatsuyoshi for the WBC Bantamweight title in 1994, was one of the most highly anticipated rivalries in Japanese boxing. The two would fight to a draw in their rematch in what was an intense and emotional bout. Fighting style and popularity. Fighting style. Tatsuyoshi was known for his aggressive, come-forward style. He rarely backed away from exchanges, opting instead to brawl with opponents and trade punches. This made him highly entertaining to watch, but also left him vulnerable to taking damage. His defense was often neglected, leading to injury concerns, particularly his eye problems. However, his heart, stamina, and ability to withstand punishment were remarkable. Charisma and connection with fans. Tatsuyoshi's personality and humble roots made him incredibly popular in Japan. Fans saw him as a warrior who fought for them. someone who embodied the spirit of perseverance, much like the character Joe Yabuki, after whom he was named. His struggles with injury and his determination to keep fighting endeared him to people far beyond the boxing community. Late career and retirement. As his injuries worsened, Tatsuyoshi's career began to slow down. He suffered further losses in the ring and underwent more surgeries on his damaged retina. By the early 2000s, Tatsuyoshi's body could no longer endure the physical toll of boxing, and he retired from the sport. Final fight. His last fight took place in 2003, when he lost to Siramongkol Singwangcha, the Thai fighter he had previously defeated for the WBC title. This time, Siramongkol stopped him in the 6th round. Legacy. Joichiro Tatsuyoshi remains a beloved figure in Japanese boxing and sports culture. He is remembered not only for his world titles and exciting fighting style, but also for the way he overcame adversity throughout his career. Despite injuries and setbacks, Tatsuyoshi's perseverance and fighting spirit became a symbol of strength and resilience for his fans. Cultural icon. Tatsuyoshi is often compared to fictional characters like Joe Yabuki, and he helped popularize boxing in Japan during the 1990s. His fights drew massive TV ratings, and he was a media darling in Japan. Impact on Japanese boxing. Tatsuyoshi's success helped elevate the profile of Japanese boxers on the world stage, inspiring a new generation of fighters. His popularity also contributed to the growth of boxing as a mainstream sport in Japan. Summary. Joichiro Tatsuyoshi was a 2-time WBC Bantamweight World Champion. He is remembered for his aggressive fighting style, his many comebacks from injury, and his close bond with fans. Despite suffering from severe eye injuries, Tatsuyoshi's determination allowed him to remain competitive at the highest level. He is one of Japan's most beloved and iconic boxers, remembered for his heart, tenacity, and connection with the spirit of a fighter.